Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel, starting up with the 144,000, which will be the ruling governing body in the kingdom of heaven. The 144,000 will consist of all men. You also have a lot of the elect here in America, which is a large multitude of believers which will be saved, which will include men, women, and children. 2/3 of our people here in America will be destroyed. You also have the rebels that will be scattered abroad, that will be destroyed. You have some elect as well that will be scattered abroad, that will be saved. Of you Israelites, who the world willingly and ignorantly, still calls us black, Hispanic, Native American, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Jamaican, Haitian, Guatemalans, Panamanians, Cubans, right? We are the Lord's people. We are the Israelites of the Holy Scriptures, contrary to what they want to believe. And I say that because this truth is out there. I've been saying that in my last few lessons lately. The world has no excuse, no reason to not know or not really understand, but really it's up to the Lord. But, the point is the truth is out there. But I'm your brother Yeremia, coming back at y'all with a quick lesson. As y'all can see, I have an article. It's from End Time Headlines. That's where I always pretty much do my lessons from. Pretty good site. I believe the guy who runs this or whoever runs it, they're probably Edomites, but they do bring out good information. And it's, they giving it to the real prophets, the real men of the Lord. Right, but as y'all can see, it says the world has entered the most violent era it has been in decades. And this is, we ain't even seen that yet. There's been a lot of wars, there's been a lot of battles, amongst men, but we ain't seen nothing yet. Right, the scriptures, let's get straight into it. This is 2 Esdras 15 and verse 14. Like, it's in the air, the division, the hatred, the strife, right? The dislike, the disdain for people that, that they have towards each other. It's at an all-time high, but it ain't went blooded, it ain't massacring yet. It's verse 14 of 2 Esdras the 15th chapter. It says, "Woe to the world," which means death and destruction, violence, to them that dwell therein. Right? It says, "For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another." Right? This is a perfect picture. They fighting against each other. Right? It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another." Right? It says, "And they shall not regard the kings nor princes." Right? Their politicians, their leaders, law enforcement. Right? In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. That's happening on this picture right here. Verse 17. It says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." Right? Martial law. They're going to set up checkpoints. You're going to have tanks. Right? You're going to have certain tags. Revelation 13 and 16 to get places eventually. The world it's about to go down, man. It's about to go down. We ain't seen that yet. There's stuff happening. Don't get me wrong. But, yeah, man. It's really prophecy. I mean, so this article hits it on the money because, like I said, we ain't seen it yet. We ain't in Jacob's trouble yet, but every day we're inching closer and closer to it. This is verse 18. It says, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. Right? The house should be destroyed. Men should be afraid because..." Why? Like I said earlier, this truth is out there, but these Edomites are prideful. You people are prideful. You don't want to admit the truth because it, makes you feel bad, or, you don't want to be exposed. Well, the Lord's going to cause judgment and havoc to happen. That's really, the trouble is really it's called Jacob's trouble, but everybody's going to be affected during this time. Right? But only the elect will be saved. Right? And this is before the Messiah returns, who the world ignorantly, and I'll say still willingly with that as well, calls. They call on that J word, man, which his name is Yahushai. It's not Jesus. I hate saying that word. Everything is out here. You have no excuse to say you didn't know this, know that. All these videos of brothers, and elders putting up. Even the average person that don't even really know about they don't even really believe or know as much as we do. They understand these things, man. You see it all on TikTok, YouTube, but nonetheless, this is why the Lord's gonna judge this place, man. It's actually a good thing for us. This is Daniel 12 and verse 1. It says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people should be delivered, everyone that should be found written in the book." You see that? Hey, this article, this world has entered the most violent era it has been in decades. You see that? So, a time of trouble since there never was. Right? This is going to be worse than anything that's ever happened. All the slavery, all the massacres, all the catastrophes that's happened. Think of all the events. World War II, World War One, the Indian American War, the Mexican American War. Think about bombs getting dropped on different countries. Japan, all those things was terrible. Us going to slavery. The scriptures tell you that there was no nation that went through as much as we did, pretty much. All this that's happened in the past, it's going to be worse than that. It's going to be worse than when the Lord killed people on the earth during the time of Noah. It's going to be worse than that when the Lord drowned people, man. Right? It's going to be worse during the time of our first Exodus when we was getting out of ancient Egypt, when the Lord plagued them. It's going to be worse. It's gonna get bad. It's gonna be worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. It's gonna be worse than all the historical accounts that happened in the times past, man. So we're really gonna need Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. We really gonna need him, right? We can't do this on our own. We gotta stay the course. We No matter what we going through, we gotta stay on the straight and narrow, man. This is second. No, not second. I was gonna say second. It's just Sirach 2. I'll start at verse 6. It says, "Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that for the Lord wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall." You see? So we gotta wait for the Lord's mercy, because we gotta be in trouble to be saved out of it, and that time is coming. Right? This article is only proving what we saying. Like I said, I know they probably Christian or whatever, but it's true. We will admit if they right on something. We ain't gonna just sit here and be like, if they're clearly making a valid pointer about something, we'll say, "Oh, it's right." We're not prideful to where if they saying something right, we're gonna be like, "That's wrong," just because of their whole doctrine for the most part is flawed. No, if they make a good point, yeah, they might say something right here and there, but for the most part, Christianity is flawed. It is false. So just expect bad things to happen. Expect violence. And it's all meant to happen. It's all privacy. Right? The Lord wants this to happen. It's for the wicked. Right? It says that in Sirach 39. Let me get it. Sirach 39. I believe 29. Yep. So Sirach 39 and 21, 29, or verse 28, because all these spirits, some people, and as bad as it's getting ready to get, hey, think about when there's no food. Think about those movies like Mad Max or The Book of Eli or The Road or other movies that you've seen where, it's a dystopian society, where everybody's dead and, the grass and the, nature has taken over, right? Because there's been some type of disease, society has collapsed. It's going to get that bad, but it's going to be way worse than that. And it's going to be something that you haven't fathomed before, you haven't understood before. Right? Those are just movies. This society can't, they ain't going to be able to handle that, man. People get mad when their phone don't work. They ready to crash out. This is Sirach 39 and 28. It says, "There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes, and in the time of their destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them." You see this? So the Lord's going to let every spirit loose, pretty much, when this time come. right? And don't think because you rich right now that you gonna be good. That ain't, you might be good for a little minute, but the Lord's gonna get all you Edomites, man, all you devils, man, that's ruling the earth, that's controlling everything. The Lord's using you. He's gonna get you too, right? It's verse 29 says, "Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance." Right? Verse 30 says, "Teeth of the wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction." So, hey, we come into the most violent time there ever was, the most wicked time there ever was. Jacob's trouble, man. It's about to be here, man. You know, it's knocking at the door, very loud. You know, so you other Israelite camps, man. Hey, y'all better get yourself together, man. And we hoping for mercy, of course. We hoping we're part of that number. We're gonna keep pushing this word, Lord willing. Keep pushing out videos. We want the Lord to redeem us, man. We want to be part of that number. We looking for, salvation. We looking forward to it. You know, things about to get bad out here, man. You ain't gonna be the dude on your own. You can't shoot your way out of it. You can't talk your way out of it. Ain't nobody gonna be talking in that day. It ain't gonna be nothing but swords swinging, bullets being fired, right? Slashing necks, people eating each other. That's what's getting ready to happen. All right, and the Lord's controlling all of it. So I'm gonna close out. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. I want to say, Abba Ball, Shalom. Oh, Salaki, I don't know what I just did. Shalom.